Hello everyone, welcome to the What If Anime YouTube channel. Today, we're diving into an exciting new story that will take your imagination to the next level. Let's get started. What if Naruto was a son of Greek gods and became a Hawaiian demigod? Before we plunge into this wild tale, a quick shout out to Franklin Jr. LeBron for crafting the original fanfic that inspired this adaptation. Let's get started with Chapter 1. Picture this. A shimmering divine palace perched atop the clouds, its marble walls glowing under an eternal sunset. Inside, two goddesses sip tea, their conversation heavy with cosmic stakes. The first is Hera, the crimson-haired queen of Olympus, goddess of marriage, guardian of childbirth, and wife to the infamous Zeus. Her flowing green dress drapes to the floor, the hem a soft shimmer, framing her regal presence. She's the daughter of Titans Cronus and Rhea, sister to the original Olympian crew, and a woman who's seen it all. Across from her sits Amphitrite, queen of the seas, wife of Poseidon. Her blonde hair, tipped with white, cascades over her shoulders, and her lower half shifts into a shimmering bluefish tail, a true Triton vibe. A delicate crown rests atop her head, glinting like sea glass. The topic: Hera's latest family crisis. Her husband and younger brother, yep, it's that kind of family. Zeus has a grand plan: marry off their daughter Hebe, goddess of youth, to Hercules, his demigod son from a mortal fling. Hercules just wrapped up his 12 labors, earning a divine promotion, and Zeus, ever the proud dad, wants to reward him with Hebe's hand. Hera's not having it. He's a brute, she mutters, swirling her tea. A swaggering oaf who proves Zeus couldn't care less about fidelity or me. She's not wrong. Hercules is walking evidence of Zeus's wandering eye, and Hera's tired of the Pantheon's gossip. Amphitrite nods sympathetically, her tail flicking. You've tried everything, haven't you? Even that Olympian vote. Hera sighs. She'd rallied the 12 Olympians, but it deadlocked at 6-6. The big three, Zeus, Poseidon, and a no-show Hades, tipped the scales against her. Zeus rigged it, Hera says bitterly. He's decreed Hercules marries Hebe unless someone beats him in a challenge. And with his new godly strength lifting Olympus itself, no one can touch him. Here's the kicker: Zeus, ever the schemer, threw in a loophole. Champions of the gods can challenge Hercules too. But camp half-bloods best? Not a chance. Amphitrite leans forward, a sly smile playing on her lips. I know someone who can take him down. Hera arches a brow. A god. Amphitrite shakes her head. Not quite. An ancient demigod, practically a legend. Immortal, but still tied to his mortal roots. He could be your champion. Hera's skeptical. A demigod. Against Hercules. Who is this guy? Amphitrite sips her tea, casual as ever. His name's Naruto. He's not Greek, he's Hawaiian. And he's got power you wouldn't believe. Plus, he hates forced marriages. Give him a reason, and he'll fight for you. Hera hesitates. She's run through every Greek option: Apollo, the big three, even Dionysus, and they're either too weak or too sleazy for her daughter. What's he want in return? She asks. Amphitrite chuckles. Oh, he doesn't work for free. But we'll figure that out. Cut to a sun-soaked island, lost in the endless Pacific. Waves crash gently against the shore, where two brown-skinned women lounge on the sand. Moana, with tattoos swirling across her shoulder, rocks a Hawaiian skirt and top, a golden belt gleaming on her arm. Beside her, Nani sports a sleek blue and white swimsuit, her figure catching the sunlight. They're the only souls for miles or so, it seems, basking in the island's tranquility. Suddenly, the ocean ripples. Hera and Amphitrite emerge, shedding their divine forms for mortal guises. Amphitrite's fishtail morphs into legs, her gown swapping for a breezy yellow robe that suits her youthful vibe. Hera trims her dress to avoid the sand, grumbling, "This isn't Greece. Why are we here?" Amphitrite conjures a pineapple-topped drink, grinning. I never said he was Greek. Relax, Hera, this is his turf. Moana and Nani glance up. Lady Amphitrite. Nani bows respectfully, while Moana just waves lazily. Hey, Sea Queen. Naruto's off climbing something stupid again. Said he wanted the biggest fall. Amphitrite laughs. Typical. Where'd he go? Moana jerks a thumb toward a towering mountain piercing the clouds. Hera stares, stunned. That's taller than Olympus. He can't climb that in minutes. Before she can protest, a shout splits the air. Cannonball. A figure plummets from the sky, crashing into the sea with a tidal wave splash. Amphitrite slams a conjured trident into the sand, shielding herself and Hera. Moana and Nani. Soaked and unbothered. From the waves emerges Naruto, dark-skinned, wild black hair dripping wet, runes etched across his chest and arms. His board shorts cling to him as he shakes off water like a dog, grinning with feral energy. A water tentacle high-fives him. That was epic. Round 2. Anyone? Hera blinks. A sea god. Naruto laughs, fangs flashing. Nah, just a semi-mortal with some tricks. People call me a god, but I'm not buying it. He slings a towel around his neck, eyeing the goddesses. So, Amphitrite, what's the gig? She nods to Hera. Her favor, not mine. Naruto turns, sizing Hera up with a curious stare that makes her shift uncomfortably. You're Hera, right? Marriage, fidelity, all that jazz. She nods, impressed he's sharp. I need you to stop my husband's son from marrying my daughter. Naruto tilts his head. Wait, what? Defeat him so he can marry her. Hera flushes. Olympian family trees are a mess, and she forgot how weird it sounds to an outsider. No. Hercules, Zeus's son, is a crude, cheating lout. I want you to beat him so Heba stays free. Naruto yawns, stretching. Sounds like drama. Let's talk inside, son's frying me. Inside a cozy beach cabin, Naruto flops onto a couch, Moana beside him. Amphitrite perches on the backrest, sipping her drink, while Nani vanishes to the kitchen. Hera sits stiffly, launching into her plea. Hercules is Zeus's golden boy, strong enough to hoist Olympus. I need you to challenge him and win. Naruto scratches his head. If it's not your fight, I'm out. Your daughter cool with this guy? Amphitrite whispers something to him, likely about Heba being a prize, not a willing bride. Naruto sighs. Fine, I'm in. But you owe me, lady. Deal. He sticks out a hand. Hera takes it, sealing the pact. The Hawaiian demigod grins. A storm's brewing on Olympus and he's about to crash it. Chapter 2. Tantrums and Thunder. High atop a swaying palm tree, Naruto perched like a stubborn bird, arms crossed and face set in a scowl. I refuse, he bellowed, his voice carrying over the crashing waves below. On the sandy shore, 3 figures squinted up at him, Nani, Amphitrite, and Moana, each trying, in their own way, to coax the Hawaiian demigod down from his leafy throne. Why the meltdown? Simple, Hera's favor came with a catch. To stop Hercules from marrying Heba, Naruto had to leave his island. And leaving? That was a non-starter. Amphitrite, Sea Queen extraordinaire, flicked her blonde-tipped hair and sighed. It's 2 months, tops. Quit acting like it's forever. She rolled her eyes, used to Naruto's theatrics. He wasn't budging. Last time I left, he shouted, some nosy researchers stumbled onto my old island and dubbed it Hawaii's 8th wonder. I step away for a day, and bam, houses everywhere. Moana wiped sweat from her brow, muttering, here we go again. Nani, ever polite, flashed an awkward smile, mortified that Hera, goddess of marriage herself, was witnessing this tantrum. Naruto glared down, hugging the palm fronds. 5 times, Moana. 5. Every time I leave, humans claim it. They've got their islands, heck, they've got Las Vegas. This one's mine. Amphitrite smirked. You're not gonna century this time, just a few months. Chill. He shot back, doesn't matter. I'm not leaving. Offer me the moon, I don't care. Moana, fed up, planted her hands on her hips. Naruto, get down, or I'll drag you down myself. He stuck out his tongue. Big mistake. With a flick of Moana's wrists, the runes on her shoulders flared blue. The ocean responded, churning into a towering tentacle that lashed toward Naruto's ankle. He dodged with a grin, taunting the water itself. Man, you wouldn't betray me, right? The tentacle hesitated, then nodded. Traitor! Naruto yelped, waving it off. He didn't notice Moana riding another watery arm, sneaking up behind him. A tap on his shoulder. He spun, nothing. Another tap. Empty air. Really? He growled, smirking as the game unfolded. Then, a final tap and he whirled just in time to catch Moana mid-sneak, only for her to splash him square in the face. Wiping water from his eyes, Naruto laughed. You'll never get me down. I'm not leaving, not for you, not for Hera. Moana groaned. Think about it, you stubborn mule. What if Nani had to marry some jerk like Hercules? He clutched the tree tighter. My island, Moana. They'll steal it, and I'll be homeless. The other ones are too small. She snorted. Homeless? You barely touched a quarter of this place in 2 centuries. You could build a city here, underwater caves included, and still have room to spare. Naruto stuck his tongue out again. It's mine. Humans don't get it? Moana's patience snapped. Fine, hard way it is. Twin water tentacles surged upward. Naruto leapt to another tree, snagging one mid-air and redirecting it with a cackle. Traitor, he yelled as it spat water back at Moana, drenching her. She swiped at her soaked hair, hands glowing fiercer now. Rock pillars erupted from the sand, hurtling toward him. He dodged with ease, shaking his wet locks like a dog. Moana grinned, upping the ante. More tentacles, more rocks. Naruto danced through them, shattering stone with bare feet, his smirk daring her to try harder. Then, she played dirty. A lightning bolt crackled down from the sky. Naruto caught it mid-flight, hurling it back like a javelin. It sliced Moana's tentacle clean off, and she plummeted only for the water to catch her in a gentle cushion. Luck, she huffed, wringing out her hair. Naruto's victory grin faltered as a sneaky tentacle blindsided him, yanking him face first into the sand. Spitting out a mouthful, he glared at Moana. One day, I'll end you. She smirked. He sighed, brushing off sand. Fine, you win. I'll do it. Amphitrite and Moana exchanged triumphant grins, while Hera, watching from a distance, nodded approvingly. This kid was strong, maybe strong enough to face Hercules. And if he and Hebe hit it off? Well, divorce was an option. He didn't seem the clingy type. Naruto trudged over to Hera, jabbing a finger at her. If I lose my island, I'm toppling Olympus's mountain. Got it? Before she could reply, Amphitrite yanked him aside, whispering frantically. Hera caught none of it but arched a brow. All set, Amphitrite said, brushing it off. You leave for Camp Half-Blood tomorrow. I'll send a fish with the details. She dove into the sea, dragging a curious Hera along. Naruto frowned after them until the sky darkened. Thunder boomed. Storm clouds swirled into a furious woman's face, lightning framing her rage. What god from another pantheon dares trespass here? The voice roared. Naruto groaned. Mom, chill. I told you Amphitrite visits sometimes. The storm, his mother narrowed her cloudy eyes. Not her. Another divine stink I don't recognize. This is Hawaiian soil, no foreign gods allowed. Naruto threw up his hands. What am I supposed to do? I deserve friends. She glared. I never said no friends, just no enemy gods. He shot back, they're not enemies. You just hate me talking to anyone. The storm softened slightly. I gave you a water spirit, didn't I? If you'd leave this island, stop hiding from the ocean's dangers, you'd have more. Naruto's shoulders slumped. Mortals die too fast, Mom. One day, 1 century, same difference. They age, I don't. I want divine buddies who get it. Moana whispered a correction about lifespans. He blushed but pressed on. Our pantheons no help. Half hate me for being the first cleansing, the rest avoid me. Took me a millennium to befriend the ocean. The water tentacle waved sheepishly at the storm, who raised a cloudy brow, spooking it. There's water spirits, forest spirits, his mother began. Tried that, Naruto cut in. Forest folk shot me with arrows. Water crew chucked tridents to hit. He flashed a scarred arm. She squinted. That's a cat scratch. He hit it, grumbling. Point is, our pantheon shuns me. Nanny's my only friend cause she's shy. Nanny waved nervously at the storm goddess, who sighed. There's no other demigods here, Naruto. I didn't make you immortal, I bore you that way. He scoffed. No demigods born immortal. Norse, Greek, Shinto, all mortal with magic. I'm a freak. She softened, clouds widening. You're special, not a freak. He muttered under his breath, she'd won again, like always. Fine, she relented. Mingle with other pantheons. His eyes lit up. Really? She smiled faintly. Yes. But if they harm you, I'll end them all, guilty or not. Thunder crashed, tornadoes spun, and the sea frothed with her wrath. Moana flinched, imagining Zeus's reaction to that threat. Naruto grinned, flexing an arm. Don't worry, Mom. Anyone tries me, I'll chuck an island or the sun at him. She nodded, reassured, and began to fade. Tell me if you leave for their lands. The storm dissolved, leaving clear skies. Nanny whispered to Moana, he was kidding about throwing suns, right? Moana smirked. He's tossed islands before. Been with him since he was 13, I'd believe it. Naruto strode toward the cabin, already plotting for tomorrow's trip to Camp Half-Blood, his first taste of freedom, no hiding required. Moana and Nanny trailed after, ready to help, or tease, him into packing. The island's protector was stepping into a bigger world and Olympus wouldn't know what hit it. Chapter 3, From Tea to Thunder. Back in Atlantis' grand palace, Hera and Amphitrite slipped into their usual haunt, a marble-clad room glowing with oceanic hues. The goddesses sank into plush seats, divine forms shimmering faintly. Hera swirled her tea, eyeing her friend with suspicion. What was that back there? She asked, voice cool as she avoided Amphitrite's gaze. The Sea Queen sipped her own cup, unfazed. What? Me loosening up. I wasn't changing, just cutting loose a bit. Hera raised a brow. Looser? You. Amphitrite grinned. Being a queen's overrated, watching every word, every pose. With Naruto, I don't have to. He's a riot, puts you at ease in seconds. Hera's eyes narrowed. Don't tell me you've got a thing for him. Amphitrite choked on her tea, cheeks pink. Not like that. He's a friend, been one for millennia. Nothing more. Hera leaned forward, intrigued. Does Poseidon even know you sneak off to see him? Amphitrite's smile faltered. No clue. He's too busy with his conquests or fawning over that new son of his at camp. Probably hasn't noticed I vanish for days. Hera frowned, mind racing. If Poseidon finds out, He'll flip. And Zeus? He'll back him just to spite my champion. That's a mess waiting to blow up, she warned. Amphitrite waved it off. Poseidon grumble for 5 minutes and get over it? Relax. Hera wasn't convinced but set her cup down. If you say so. I've got to run. Zeus gets twitchy when I'm gone too long. Don't forget to tell Naruto where Camp Half-Blood is. She swept out, leaving Amphitrite alone with her thoughts. My friend, the Sea Queen murmured, catching Hera's subtle jab as she vanished into the ether. The next morning, Naruto buzzed with energy outside his island cabin, a massive backpack slung over his shoulders. Moana and Nani flanked him, waiting for Amphitrite's arrival. The ocean parted, and there she was, human-formed and grinning. You're practically vibrating, she teased. Naruto beamed. Mom finally greenlit me to mingle with divine folks beyond you and Nani. I'm pumped to meet gods, demigods, anyone. He'd packed everything but the furniture, like a kid on his first trip. Amphitrite laughed. Good for you. Camp Half-Blood's near Washington. No map, just head to the city, sniff out some demigods, and you'll find it. Nani blinked. That's a trek. But why the camp? Isn't Naruto just supposed to beat Hercules? Amphitrite nodded. He needs cred first. Show up unannounced, and the gods will laugh him off. Arrive as heroes and my champion. They'll pay attention. Naruto clapped his hands. Sweet, let's roll. He marched off toward the island's center. Moana sighed. Other way, genius. He pivoted, striding onto the water like it was pavement, grinning as Moana shook her head and Nani giggled. Her runes flared, summoning a water tentacle to ride, while Nani's glow revealed her true form, green-tailed, sea-stone-clad water spirit. Amphitrite waved them off, sinking back into the sea toward Atlantis. Hours later, Naruto's crew hit a beach, umbrellas and picnic blankets dotting the sand. Where to now? He asked, shaking water from his hair. Nani, back in human guise, shrugged. Moana scanned the horizon. Cities that way. Use your divine senses, find someone like you. Naruto nodded, leading the trio inland. Soon, Washington's skyline loomed, or so he guessed, never having left Hawaii. This place is wild, he chirped. Can't wait to explore, meet gods, demigods. A blur cut him off, a bull-headed man thundering down the street, horns aimed at a woman with a baby. She didn't flinch. Girls, Naruto said, that thing's about to gore her, and she's clueless. Nani gasped. Naruto, do something. In a flash, he was gone, golden light flaring in his hand. He leapt, slamming the beast skyward with a punch that bored a hole through its chest. It soared past the skyline, gone. Careful, miss, he called, spinning to help only to find empty air. Moana and Nani jogged up, equally baffled. Where'd she go? Moana muttered. Naruto shrugged. No clue. Let's keep moving, demigods to find. Moana whispered, idiot, but followed, marveling at how he brushed off a vanishing woman like it was nothing. Naruto stretched his senses, hunting for divine vibes. This is weird, he grumbled. Can't feel a thing, not even Hera. Moana frowned. No one. Nani piped up. Amphitrite mentioned a barrier hides the camp from non-divine eyes. Naruto's eyes widened. Then, like a switch flipped, he sensed it, a massive dome pulsing with power. There, he pointed down a road. Moana grinned, and the trio marched on. Behind him, a cloaked figure atop a building smirked. Father was right, my brother's perfect, he murmured, face shadowed but smug. The forest thickened as they neared the dome. Naruto vaulted over a gnarled tree. We're in. Nani nodded. This tree's tied to the barrier camp's close. A voice interrupted. Greetings. Naruto whirled, facing a man-horse from the waist down, a human above. Hi, he stammered, eyeing the centaur. Don't worry, the man said, I was warned you'd come. Naruto squinted. By her, the marriage goddess. Thunder rumbled overhead, cutting him off. The centaur waved it away. Happens when demigods name gods. Stick to titles or initials. I'm Chiron, yes, she sent me. You're here to challenge my top student, Hercules. Naruto smirked, hands behind his head. You must hate that he's getting a wife as a prize for godhood. Chiron shook his head, smiling. He's my pride. I've trained countless demigods, but none match Hercules' greatness, gift or not. Naruto snorted. Strongest doesn't mean best. Heard he's a lying, cheating pretty boy. Not exactly role model material. Using him'll just mess up the kids here. Chiron didn't argue, leading them to a clearing where teens sparred, ages 10 to 17. Moana gaped. This a kid's slaughterhouse? They're training to die. Naruto nodded. His centuries of practice told him half this was reckless fluff. A girl stormed over, dark hair spilling from a red headscarf, orange camp shirt clashing with her electric spear. Clarice, daughter of Ares, glared. Got a problem? Naruto stepped forward, grinning. Just saying some of this training's pointless could be simpler. Her spear flashed to his throat. What's that mean? He didn't flinch. Exactly what I said, parts don't add up. Before she could snap, a blonde teen intervened, scarred cheek, sword at his hip. Easy, Clarice. I'm Luke, son of the messenger god. Thunder growled faintly. Naruto shook his hand. Naruto. Why's the sky mad? Luke grinned. Demigods naming gods triggers it, Zeus's old rule. Clarice shoved her spear hilt into Naruto's hand, reclaiming his neck. You insulted us, grinning like a fool. Prove you're worth it, fight me. I'm top tier here. Naruto opened his mouth, but a new voice cut in. I'll take him. Heads turned. A young woman approached, dark-skinned like Naruto, sky blue eyes gleaming, black hair tied back with strands framing her face. Her blue robes and bandaged sandals screamed warrior. Korra. Luke asked, hesitant. He's new, isn't this overkill? Korra smirked, locking eyes with Naruto. The air crackled. Something big was brewing. Chapter 4, Welcome to the Wild Side. Korra's sky blue eyes sparkled as she flashed Naruto a playful grin. Don't worry, I won't go too hard on you, she said, her voice teasing but warm. Naruto mirrored her smile, his own grin stretching wide across his tanned face. Maybe we should hold off, though Mr. D might not vibe with a fight right after I show up. Clarice, the broad-shouldered daughter of Ares, let out a loud snort, her dark hair whipping as she turned away. She stalked off, her pack of younger demigods kids she'd been drilling in spear work trailing behind like ducklings. Let us know when you throw down, she called over her shoulder, her tone dripping with challenge. Naruto waved after her, unfazed. Thanks for that, he said, turning to Korra before glancing at Moana. She's real, huh? Moana rolled her eyes, arms crossed, and muttered, You're never wrong, are you? Her sarcasm was sharp, but a faint smirk betrayed her amusement. Korra shrugged, brushing a strand of dark hair from her face. No sweat. Clarice is a live wire, always flexing her strength. But you're still stuck fighting me eventually, or this place'll erupt over her wounded pride. She chuckled, and Naruto scratched the back of his head, laughing nervously. Yeah, got it? Korra tilted her head, her brow furrowing slightly. Mr. D didn't say anything about newbies showing up. Weird. She started walking, gesturing for them to follow. Naruto, Nani, and Moana fell into step behind her, the Hawaiian demigod piping up with a grin. Well, I'm just a demigod. Nani's a water spirit, and Moana. He dodged a swift elbow from Moana, yelping as it grazed his ribs. Hey! Korra stopped dead, spinning to face them. Wait, hold up, she's not a demigod. She pointed at Moana, then swung her finger to Nani. And she's a water spirit? That's not normal. Her gaze sharpened, landing on Moana's crossed arms, where faint tattoos coiled like ocean waves. The barrier is supposed to block anything non-divine. Spirits can slip through, sure, but a mortal? Those seals, what's up with them? Who made em? Naruto grinned, tapping his own runes, intricate swirls etched across his chest and arms, dull unless his rare temper flared. I did. Copied em from ones my mom gave me. Korra leaned closer, squinting at the markings. They're tricky, can't make out the pattern or language. Doesn't even look Greek. Naruto shrugged, hands sliding to the back of his head in his usual carefree pose. Beats me. I just know how to draw em and what they do, mom's tricks. Don't ask me to explain em. Korra nodded slowly, then straightened. All right, newbies, time for the grand tour. She led them forward, her sandals scuffing the dirt path. This here's the archery range, she said, waving at a wide field studded with hay-stuffed targets, some pierced with arrows. Over there's the combat zone, swords, daggers, spears, shields. Clarissa's crew hangs out there. Naruto's gaze drifted to the cluster of demigods sparring, their ages ranging from wiry 10-year-olds to lanky 17-year-olds. So many kids, he murmured, a shadow crossing his bright expression. Korra sighed, watching the trainees dodge and thrust under Clarissa's barking orders. Yeah. Hades monsters hunt us down out there. Most head home for holidays or school, blend in with mortals when the heat's off. But some of us. She tapped her chest. Sense too strong to hide. I'm stuck here year-round. Her lips quirked up. Perk his, I wear what I want, no one outside's judging. Naruto's eyes softened. He got it, centuries on his island, waving at mortals who'd wither away before he could know them. Sorry, he said quietly. She waved it off. Don't be. I've got buddies, kids of minor gods who dip out, and some big three spawn who stick around. Keeps it lively. She pointed ahead. Cabins are that way, where we crash and chill. Dining hall and campfires close by. Naruto squinted at the fire pit, its ashes cold and crusted. Doesn't look like it gets much love. Korra grimaced. Monster spike lately, training's brutal. Kids either collapse or scroll their phones after. Fire's more decoration now. Naruto tilted his head. Which cabin's mine? Korra paused, then smiled. Gotta be claimed first, your divine parents gotta mark you. Unclaimed or minor god, kids bunk with Hermes, the messenger guy. It's a zoo, 5 or more newbies a year, if they dodge the beefed up bulls out there. Naruto eyed the sprawling Hermes cabin, its mismatched additions hinting at constant overflow. Packed, huh? Korra grinned. Tour's done. Questions? He glanced around, frowning. Where'd Nani and Moana go? They'd vanished. Korra chuckled. Relax, nothing happens here unless it's an official fight. Unsanctioned brawls get you locked down. They're fine. A burst of blue flame lit the horizon, startling Naruto. Unless that's normal. Korra sighed, pinching her nose. Training. Gimme a sec. She blurred away, a streak of speed. Naruto, too curious to sit still, zipped after her. They landed in a forest clearing where two girls clashed, one conjuring a swirling vortex of lake water, the other hurling walls of searing blue fire. Naruto perched on a branch, eyes wide. That fire's dope. Korra shot him a look. I said wait back there. He grinned, sheepish. Couldn't resist the boom. They're quick. More campers trickled in, drawn by the spectacle. Korra leapt down. Gotta stop this before it's a circus. Naruto dropped beside her, landing light as a feather. Can you handle it? She asked. He smirked. Bet. The crowd thickened as the duel escalated. The water wielder dark-skinned, blue-clad snapped, same old moves pouring you. She raised a hand, water twisting into a meter-long dragon. Her opponent, a sharp-eyed girl with a Japanese bun, smirked, unleashing a casual fire blast that enraged her rival. Naruto spotted Moana in the throng, cheering classic trouble stirrer. He and Korra moved her, grabbing the water girl's wrist, him raising a rock wall between them. Hey, I'm Naruto, he called to the fire thrower. She smirked back, golden eyes glinting. Angela, Hephaestus's prodigy. Her outfit red high-neck top with gold trim, wine-colored pants, matching wristbands and shoes screamed warrior flair, her loose hair framing a rugged yet striking face. Korra smashed Naruto's wall, glaring at Angela. This is over the line again. Angela crossed her arms. It's official. Competence set the rules. She sauntered off, tossing, catch you later, before joining two guys in the crowd. Korra muttered, her and Katara's rivalry is a nightmare. She turned to the water girl Katara, her niece whose embarrassed flush confirmed a scolding. You're grounded. Naruto stepped in. No one's hurt seems harsh for a spar. Korra sighed. Fine. But fight Angela again, and it's Hermes' cabin lockdown. Got it? Katara nodded, then beamed at Naruto. Thanks, sir. She bolted. He blinked, then whined to Moana, do I look that old? She smirked, patting his bare abs. Dream on. Met Annabeth Chase, she's showing us the ropes. Nanny and I'll be gone a bit. Nanny waved, trailing her. Naruto pouted, crocodile tears welling. Ditched already. Korra's sweat dropped. Apollo's flare? Hermes' charm? Hephaestus' grit? Aphrodite's looks? Zeus' spark? Or a mix like me, rare, but real? She shook it off. Hey, Naruto, since I got here, I've felt multiple god auras from you. Normal. He tilted his head. You mean your lineage? You've got a bunch too, right? Korra paused, then nodded. Yeah, complicated, but short version? I'm descended from a string of gods, one after another. Daughter of one, granddaughter of another, and so on. Pretty weird combo. Chapter 5, Bloodlines and Battle Lines. Naruto's dark eyes widened, a flicker of awe crossing his face. So, that's not weird, he asked, scratching his head. He'd always figured he was special, hard not to with his wild life, but Korra's casual rundown of her divine ancestry was next level. She shrugged, hands sliding behind her head as she strolled beside him. Not really. Most folks probably have a god or two in their family tree, but the juice fades fast, 3 generations, tops, and it's just a whisper. Me. I'm a daughter of one, granddaughter of another, great-granddaughter of a third, and great-great-granddaughter of a fourth. Her tone was light, like she was listing groceries, but her smirk hinted at the rarity. Naruto whistled, impressed. That's freaky but awesome, right? He couldn't quite grasp how wild it was, but Korra's vibe made it sound like a badge of honor. Usually, you'd get gods popping up centuries apart in a bloodline, maybe millennia. Mine. Decades apart, one after the other. Fresh divine blood, straight from the tap. She grinned, and Naruto nodded, still processing. Weird and amazing, he decided, though he wasn't sure if it was tougher or cooler than his own story. Korra's eyes glinted with mischief. So, when are we throwing down? Naruto's face lit up, his fists bumping together in excitement. You just got here and you're already begging for a loss, she teased. He laughed, unfazed. Never lost a fight, tangled with tons of tough ones, too. You're strong, I can tell. I'm in. Fighting was in his bones, a thrill he'd chased since he could walk. From what little he knew, his mom, goddess of battles, wars, impulses, and 1,000 other chaotic things, had wired him for it. No surprise there. Korra chuckled. All right, hotshot tomorrow morning, first thing, if it's cool with you. Gotta check with Master Chiron, though. She glanced around, wondering where the old centaur had galloped off to after ditching them earlier. Naruto's mind drifted as she mused. How do I catch Zeus's eye here? Nothing flashy enough yet. He snapped back, grinning. Where do I snag a camp shirt? Korra blinked, thrown by the random pivot. Oh, I'll have someone drop one off tomorrow morning. Sound good? He nodded, and she shook off her thoughts about Chiron's whereabouts. Meanwhile, in a shadowed grove beyond camp, Chiron knelt before Hera's mortal guise, a regal woman with sharp eyes and a faint scowl. She didn't look thrilled to be dealing with Zeus's trainer, but she kept her cool. The boy's here, Chiron reported, his hoofs shifting on the moss. Fitting in, mostly bit blunt, though. Had a run-in with Clarice already. Hera's lips twitched upward. Good. Train him hard, I need the god's eyes on him so I can claim him as my champion. Chiron raised a hand, polite but firm. Might not need to push it. He's facing Korra soon, tomorrow or the day after, if I gauge it right. Zeus called a meeting, Hades included. Something big's brewing. If Naruto fights, then every divine I'll be on him. Hera's smile sharpened. Perfect. Tomorrow morning, make it happen. Zeus is rattled, dragging Hades into this mess. They'll all be watching. She dissolved in a flare of pink light, leaving Chiron to trot back to camp as dusk settled over the valley. The sun dipped low, the moon's glow creeping up. He spotted Katara sulking near the cabins, arms crossed. Master Chiron, Korra's got me on detention, she huffed. He sighed. Fighting Azula again. Her pout deepened. It was official. Chiron shook his head. Telling a couple pals doesn't make it official. Dinner, then bed, I'll get Korra to lift it tomorrow. Katara brightened, then paused. That guy with Korra, who's he? Chiron's eyes twinkled. Temporary demigod, more tomorrow. Don't rush it. She nodded and darted off toward Hermes' cabin, where she caught Korra chatting with Naruto outside. Friends already? Katara mused. Korra was strict, newbies usually bristled under her rules, especially whiny city kids like Percy. But Naruto? Barefoot, wild-haired, all lean muscle and easy grins, he looked carved from the wild, not some pampered mortal sprawl. She blushed, snapping out of it as Korra called, "What's up?" Katara stammered, just hanging out." Korra squinted. "Daydreaming about boys again." Katara's face went red, and she laughed it off. "He's too hot, okay." Korra smirked. "Naruto, huh. Shirtless, runes glowing, any teen would melt." Two Aphrodite girls sashayed by, giggling about some crush, and Korra added, "Not just teens." Katara bolted inside, mortified, while Korra retreated to her Zeus-blessed cabin, a mini palace of white marble and golden light. "Good night, Lord Z," she murmured, stepping into its radiance. Next morning, Naruto stirred in Hermes' cabin, cocooned in a thin sheet. Cold barely touched him in a fight, his island-honed body shrugged it off but calm. He felt the chill. A toy trumpet blared, jolting him awake. He cracked an eye to see a stunning blonde wavy hair, blue eyes, freckled cheeks standing over him, sword in hand, camp shirt tucked into denim shorts. "You whistle in your sleep," she said flatly, then strolled out. Naruto blinked. Weird. It was past 7 a.m. late for him. A weight shifted on his chest, not a pillow. He yanked the sheet back, revealing Katara, yawning. Korra's friend. She froze, eyes wide, then scrambled off and fled without a word. Naruto stared after her. This place is bonkers. A camp shirt dull orange sat on his table. He slipped it on, muttering, "Needs more zip," and stepped outside. Kids drilled hard, overdoing it like yesterday. Dedicated, he whistled. Korra appeared behind him. Surprised. He shrugged. Kinda. That ab workout still dumb burns fat you need elsewhere. She nodded. I'll tell Clarice. Anyway, Kyra greenlit our fight 2 hours. Warm up. She vanished, and Naruto grinned. Bow. Sword. Powers. All of it. He hit the archery range, nailing 3 vines from 15 meters with a sleek metal bow. Lee Fletcher, Apollo's golden-haired son, clapped. Nice shot. New guy. Naruto grinned. Yeah, Naruto. Thought everyone knew after Clarice's freakout. Lee laughed. She ranted all night, don't sweat it. She'll chill. You've shot before. Naruto nodded. Years of boredom training's my jam. Fighting's better with a buddy, though. Lee smirked. Here to prep, not flex. Naruto nodded. Got Korra in 2 hours, wanna warm up? Lee offered. She's a beast, our styles won't match hers. I'll help anyway. They ditched arrows for hand-to-hand, heading to the arena. Lee sighed. Tiles out, slacking back in an hour. Naruto huffed. Guess I'll grab food and get ready. Chapter 6, Elemental Fury Unleashed. Time ticked by, and the camp buzzed with anticipation. Demigods, nymphs, and even Chiron gathered around a makeshift dirt ring, their eyes locked on the center. Naruto and Korra stood on opposite sides, prepping for war. Bandages wrapped tight around their forearms and fists, they moved with purpose. Naruto's grin wide, Korra's focus razor sharp. Moana sidled up, clapping Naruto on the shoulder. Kick her butt. Yeah. He high-fived her, laughing, then stepped into the circle where Korra waited, stance low and ready. Hey, Korra, how many fights you lost? Naruto asked, settling into his own stance, loose but coiled. She tilted her head, mirroring him, unique yet familiar, a blend of camp training and something wilder. Twice total, never in a fight, she said, smirking. Naruto's eyes gleamed. Love being someone's first. Korra lunged, her fist a blur. He blocked with his forearm, grinning, and snapped a kick. She dodged, flipping into a handstand, unleashing a flurry of kicks. He swept at her hands, but she sprang back, landing a crescent kick that trailed searing flames. Naruto skidded back, the heat singeing his arm, a burn not even lava could leave. It healed in a blink, and he gaped. That's nuts. Fire or speed? Korra scratched her head, sheepish. Friction, air powered. Can't do flames naturally. He whistled. Sweet. I've got rock, picked it up from a volcano, buddy. The god of earth and fire had taught him the basics, but he'd never mastered more than redirecting heat. Too lazy to push it? Korra's grin faded. Enough chat, let's get real. She shifted, her feet tracing a subtle dance. The ground quaked, and Naruto leapt aside as an earth pillar spiked where he'd stood. A rune on his shoulder flared gold, summoning a staffwood and shimmering elements fused in its grain. He slammed it down, unleashing a water torrent. Korra spun the flood into an air dome, untouchable, then vaulted over a second pillar he'd conjured. Mid-air, Naruto nailed her with a kick. She hit the dirt but rolled up, redirecting his staff's fire blast with the water she'd snagged. They're not messing around, Clarice muttered, wide-eyed. Annabeth, the blonde who'd woken Naruto with a trumpet, glanced at Percy, a sea-eyed newbie. Not just Poseidon's kids wield water, she said. Any god-tied element works. That staff's divine, packing serious juice. From a treetop, Naruto rained flames, countered by Korra's repurposed water. Then came her air slash, a buzzing saw of wind that felled trees, earning boost from unseen nature spirits. There ticked, Naruto teased, staff in hand. Korra shrugged. They'll chill. Fog rolled in, thick and sudden. Moisture trick? She's got range, Naruto thought, swinging his staff to blast it clear. Korra was gone. He tapped his ankle, earth split, and she burst out, lava trailing her. She froze it with water, ice locking the field. Naruto ditched the staff, another rune flashing. A butcher's sword of primordial ice materialized, cold, sharp, ancient. Korra parried with a water dagger, it shattered, and ice exploded, a 60-meter labyrinth encasing them. Moana winced. Here we go, she muttered. Nani fidgeted. His mom's flare, hope it's just fun. Inside, Korra dodged ice spikes triggered by her steps, grinning. Contact-based, perfect for an ambush. Naruto, now an eagle with red-black wings, soared above, firing arrows of flame. She countered with air bullets, tight, spinning orbs. He shifted human, raining more fire, then dropped, Val traded for fists. Korra melted the ice with lava, stunning him. Mom never said it could melt wild, he thought, landing before her. Her eyes darkened, resolute. No holding back, she growled, hair shadowing her face. Naruto matched her, lava coating his fist. Korra spun with air, igniting into fireblade tendrils. They charged his molten punch, clashing with her blazing whirlwind. Stop them! Katara yelled, summoning water. Others joined, elements flaring, but Azula's blue firewall blocked them. The collision roared, a deafening boom hurling Naruto and Korra apart. They crashed 5 meters from each other, dust settling. Campers froze, breathless. 5 minutes ticked by. Annabeth moved, Lee trailing with healing skills, but Naruto sat up, grinning. Man, that was a rush. Better than that wolf head creep left me all scrambled. His eyes were honey again, normal. Korra stirred, her gaze still white, uncanny. He shuffled over. Dunno who you are, but you're awesome, round 2 sometime. She stared, cold. Not now, but I'll destroy your darkness, protect the one above all with my light. Her eyes flickered, fading to normal. She blinked, dazed. Why am I down? Why's it hurt? Then she froze, gaping at twin symbols above Naruto, a tiara and a trident crown tiara. Chapter 7, Divine Claims and Thunderous Clashes. Korra's dark eyes locked onto Naruto's head as he stood before her, dusting off from their explosive bout. Above him hovered 2 symbols, radiant and strange, silencing the camp in a wave of disbelief. Moana and Nani exchanged knowing glances, unfazed, as if they'd seen weirder, while Percy, the sea-eyed newbie, squinted, puzzled but sensing their weight. The rest of the demigods, nymphs, and even the lurking centaur froze, jaws slack. These weren't just any seals, they were unprecedented, tied to gods who'd never stooped to sire demigods. Or so everyone thought. One was a towering tiara, ornate and regal, screaming supremacy. The other fused a trident with a smaller, elegant tiara, a dual mark of oceanic royalty. Hera, Queen of Olympus, claimed the first, her symbol a bold declaration of dominion over the Greek pantheon. Amphitrite, sea goddess, and Poseidon's wife, owned the second, her trident tiara staking her queenship beneath the waves. The camp stood breathless. Naruto, claimed on his second day by 2 queens. It defied logic, sparking whispers and wide-eyed stares. How's that even possible? Percy muttered, nudging Annabeth. Her blonde brows furrowed, mind racing. 2 gods claiming a demigod, it doesn't add up, she whispered, still reeling. Chiron trotted forward, his hooves thudding softly as he reached Naruto and Korra. All right, everyone settle down. This needs explaining, he announced, his calm voice cutting through the chaos. He glanced at Naruto, then up at the glowing seals. These aren't parentage marks. They're proclamations. Hera and Amphitrite have chosen him as their champion. The camp erupted in gasps. Hera, the demigod-hating queen, picking one? Angela's golden eyes glinted with dark amusement. Zeus is gonna lose it, she murmured, smirking sadistically. Wish I could watch that blowout. Grandpa Ares love the mess. Katara fidgeted, her voice low. Lord Zeus won't take this lying down. And Grandpa Poseidon? This is trouble, big trouble. Thunder rumbled overhead, the sky darkening as lightning forked through the clouds, a storm brewing fiercer than New York had ever seen. Far above, on Mount Olympus, the council chamber thrummed with tension. The hall dwarfed mortal scale, its marble pillars soaring into mist, gold veins pulsing in the stone. The 12 Olympians lounged or bristled on their thrones, but the air crackled with Zeus and Hera's spat. Half the room had glimpsed Camp Half-Blood's drama, Naruto's claiming, while others pieced it together. Was he Hera's secret son? Amphitrite's? Or just a pawn? Poseidon, lounging in a white robe with a black star-belted cape, his blue hair cascading to his back, frowned. Amphitrite's been AWOL in the mortal world. Hope she's not pulling a fast one, he thought, eyeing the fray. Hades slouched beside him, black-robed and crimson-ribboned, his long hair shadowing eyes like midnight. He seated quietly. Today was Persephone's return, his 6-month reprieve from this circus. Only Zeus's summons, laced with threats of underworld raids, had dragged him here. He'd rather be anywhere else than refereeing this mess. Zeus, pick a lane, this is dragging on, he snapped, cutting through the bickering. His lie was smooth. He wasn't busy, just fed up. Zeus, electric blonde hair wild, chest bared under a white tunic, glared at his elder brother. Sighing, he sank into his throne, shooting Hera a venomous look. I called you for something big, but Hera's got explaining to do first. The gods perked up, then slumped back into their distractions. Apollo strumming a lyre, Hermes flipping a coin. Zeus's voice boomed again. How could you have a bastard son? All that loyalty talk, hypocrisy much? Hera's frown deepened, her regal poise cracking. He's not my son. How many times do I have to say it? She roared, thunder echoing her fury. You think I'm a fool? Zeus shot back, lightning flashing outside. Amphitrite sticks to the seas. I'd feel her up here. Apollo doesn't spot her from his chariot. But you. Always slumming it with mortals, obviously yours. Hera's eyes blazed. Screw you, Zeus, he's my champion, not my kid. Dionysus perked up, grinning. Hephaestus leaned in, intrigued. Ares smirked, Hermes chuckled, and Apollo paused. His tune playtime had begun. Hera jabbed a finger at Zeus. You dare call me a hypocrite? I lowered my divinity for you, morphed into every floozy you chased, ditched my pride. You can't pass a mortal skirt without tripping into bed. Hades's brows lifted. Hera cursing? New territory. She usually swallowed Zeus's garbage, playing perfect wife. Now, she was done. This is over, no more chances, Zeus. We're through, she declared, storming toward the chamber's edge. Ares whooped, Apollo grinned, Artemis smirked, while Dionysus, Hermes, and Hades gave subtle nods. Zeus's face twisted, desperation cloaked in bluster. You can't ditch me, goddess of marriage. What'll mortals think? Chaos'll reign if even you can't hold a union. Hera spun, venom in her glare. Lose my crown? Don't care. No god respects me as queen, just Zeus's lackey or the psycho who offs your flings. My rep's trash because of you. Humans'll suffer too, Zeus growled, floundering. Hera scoffed. Artemis, braids swaying over her leaf-strewn tunic, cut in. Women value themselves more. Half New York's bad marriages get pinned on Hera for tolerating you. This split? They'll see men ain't worth it. Zeus glared at his daughter, but Hades growled, "Zeus the point. Now. Save your soap opera." Nods rippled around a table. Zeus huffed, stalling. "One thing, he's not yours." Hera shook her head, stone-faced. He nodded, eyeing Poseidon warily. "If not hers, Amphitrite's." "She's ducked the skies, but the sea's been quiet." Zeus shifted gears. "Fine, why I called you. Someone stole my master bolt. Without it, my powers shot." Gasps and eye rolls mixed. The bolt was big, sure, but powers shot was dramatic. No bolt meant storms off-leash, skies unstable, not apocalypse level, but messy. "I suspect one of you," he accused, eyes flaring gold. Hera bristled, Hades scowled, Poseidon groaned. "Calling us to pin your screw-up." Poseidon snapped. "I didn't lose it, stolen." Zeus roared. "Hades, your kingdom's quiet, too quiet. Summer today, huh?" Hades leaned forward, voice lethal. "Say that again, I'll end you." Zeus smirked. "Threatening me, brother?" Hades's glare burned. "Take it how you want." Poseidon intervened. "Persephone's with Demeter, hasn't been here in months." Demeter, crimson hair in a bun, green dress swaying, nodded grudgingly. Zeus pivoted. "Then it's your kid, Poseidon, that Percy brat." Poseidon snorted. "He'd never climb Olympus, too green. We'd feel him." Demeter sighed. "Zeus, the new boy barely hit camp yesterday, no time for theft. Quit grasping." Apollo, pink hair glinting, piped up. "Hate to say it, but Dad's got a point, Naruto's got juice. Could have slipped past minor gods." Hermes, dapper in black, countered, "We'd sense his blood too impure." Ares, flames flickering in his eyes, shrugged. "When Korra blasted him, his presence vanished void-like. Still, doesn't mean he nabbed it." He glanced at Hera. "You met him when?" She crossed her arms. 2 days back, Amphitrite pitched him for favors. Needed him as my champion, so I parked him at camp." Zeus's jaw tightened. "You exposed yourself to a mortal forbidden." Ares smirked, vulture perched on his shoulder. "Like you don't romp with your spawn." Athena, cool and sharp, cut in. "Ares, your prodigy daughter and dud son say hi, same wife, huh?" The room teetered between brawl and farce, Naruto's claim igniting a divine powder keg. Chapter 8, Thunder's Deadline. Athena stood poised, her brown hair cropped neatly, 2 subtle strands framing her face. A faint scar traced beneath her left eye, a whisper of battles past that did nothing to dim her sharp beauty. Her cream gown flowed long, cinched by a belt at her goddess-curved waist, paired with brown gloves and a war cape draped over her shoulders, pinned by a golden medallion. A tiara gleamed atop her cool, calculating face. She fixed Ares with a steely gaze. "Azula and Zuko are irrelevant here, brother, your kids, your mess. Unlike this boy, hired for favors the day the bolt vanished, his presence a void even Apollo's son can't pierce." Ares smirked, adjusting his glasses, his flaming eyes glinting. "He's your champion now," Mother claimed mid-meeting for max drama. Huh. He glanced at Hera, who bristled. Zeus's frown deepened, gears turning. "You hired him to swipe my bolt," he growled, glaring at his freshly ex-wife. Hera's lip curled. "Can't you shut up and think for once?" "I didn't do it." Zeus pressed, "To steal my master bolt." Hera snapped, "You lost it, you idiot, I don't care where it is. Could be in father's gut for all I give a damn." She rose, storming toward the exit. Zeus's voice thundered after her. "The boy's got till the summer solstice to return my bolt or he's dead. Same for your brat, Poseidon." Lightning flared, and he vanished. Hera paused at the threshold, back stiff, then dissolved in a pink divine shimmer. Silence fell. Apollo grinned. Well, that was fun. Artemis shot him a flat look, her braids swaying. Stay out of it, brother, father, and Hera's mess isn't ours. Hades, done with the circus, swirled into a dark vortex, bound for his underworld peace. Ares, grinning victoriously, flared into flames and blinked out, leaving the rest to stew. Below, at Camp Half-Blood, Naruto and Korra stood in the circle's heart, dust settling from their clash. Annabeth and Katara hovered, checking for wounds. None lingered, oddly. Naruto knew why. His healing was a gift from his mom, though Korra seemed clueless about her own recovery. That was a blast, he said, grinning at her. She mirrored him. Yeah, round two someday. Katara pinched her, pouting. Really, Aunt Korra? You chew me out for fighting, but you're all smiles here. Naruto chuckled. Fair's fair. He waved at Annabeth. Hey, strange blonde. She blinked, still inspecting his unmarred skin. Naruto, right. I'm Annabeth Chase, Athena's kid, strategy and wisdom. She frowned. Your fine burns were on your arms earlier. He stretched, grinning. Heal fast, mom's trick. His orange shirt hung in tatters. Can I snag a new one? Korra nodded. Maybe Mr. D's on Olympus, barely shows. I'll ask Chiron. Before she finished, stone rumbled, rising into a statue that morphed into flesh. Dionysus, wine god himself. Mr. D matched his mix, 50-ish, black hair slicked back, beard trimmed, rocking a loud yellow patterned shirt. He clutched a Coke can. Zeus's Nobu's punishment, sipping with a bored air. His aura screamed divinity, but Naruto squinted. It felt off. Pure, yet not like a demigod turned god, a weird hybrid vibe. Korra perked up. Mr. D, perfect timing. Dionysus eyed Naruto, sipping again. Zeus'll kill you by the solstice, he said flatly. Naruto raised a brow. Korra paled. Wait, what? Why's Lord Zeus after him? Dionysus shrugged. 2 reasons. Hera's champ, and Zeus blames him for the Master Bolt missing 2 days ago. Kid, hide if you can, but Olympus sees all. Suicide's cleaner. Korra glared. He's new, doesn't even know what the bolt is. Zeus is wrong. Campers murmured, drawn in. Annabeth frowned, skeptical. Dionysus sighed. Zeus's mindset. Him and Percy bolt by solstice, or they're toast. Poseidon might war over it, centuries of mess. Suicide smarter. Korra shot Naruto a worried look, but he just laced his hands behind his head, lost in thought. If I die, Mom'll erase this pantheon history and all. Easier for her than blinking. They're toast either way. Moana shook him, snapping him back. You okay? He blinked. Everyone stared, waiting. Huh? Oh, yeah, sorry. I'll find that thunder stick and haul it back. He grinned at Dionysus. Hey, Elder D, how long till this solstice gig? Campers bristled at the nickname, but curiosity held them. Dionysus didn't flinch. Week and a day, call it a week now. Half a day's gone. It was 12:27 p.m., sun high. Korra gaped. You're seriously hunting Zeus's bolt? You don't even know where it is. Naruto shrugged. No sweat, I'm not solo. Percy's tagged in, or I'll pin it on him. Percy burst from the crowd, hands up. Here. Not me. Naruto slung an arm around his neck, chuckling. Kidding, man, you're with me. I'm clueless on Greek stuff, lead the way. Percy nodded, shaky. Chiron stepped up, tail flicking. Good spirit, but Percy's not ready, needs training first. Percy turned. Master Chiron, I need your prep for this. The centaur smiled, another hero to mold. Naruto glanced at Korra. Hey, where can I juice up my earth skills? I've got lava down, but I want to sharpen it and maybe fire too. She pondered. I can coach earth, but fire? Ask Aries or Hephaestus' kids. Angela's your best bet. Naruto nodded, releasing Percy. Cool, let's train. He spun to Moana, who stared blankly. Emo, we're gonna scour Greece for lightning, right? She shook her head, exasperated, while Nani beamed. So exciting, Naruto, but if you fail, your mom won't be thrilled. She whispered the last bit. He shrugged. I'll find it or make one. No biggie. Moana face palmed. Older than dirt, dumber than a kid, sees this as a game while Percy's sweating bullets. Korra stepped closer, her dark eyes soft. Naruto tilted his head. What's up? She smiled. Good luck, you'll need it? He blinked. I'm not leaving yet, save it for the road. Her grin warmed. Not for the quest. Tomorrow, you're training earth with me, fire with Angela if you want. It won't be gentle. She smirked, sauntering off. Naruto beamed at Nani, arm around her shoulders. Korra's awesome, huh? Nani nodded. Of course, Naruto, of course. Chapter 9, Fireside Legends and Flickering Shadows. Night draped camp, half blood in a rare stillness, the campfire's glow drawing nearly every camper into its orbit. Laughter and chatter mingled with the crackle of flames, a welcome break from the day's grind. Kids sprawled on logs or the grass, soaking in stories and banter. Korra held court, her voice bright as she spun a tale. So, I'm facing 50 minotaurs, just me and my air bending. I whip up this tornado, right? Spins dizzy and bam, friction kicks in, fire everywhere. Roasted by accident. That's when I figured out I could spark flames without a godly fire ancestor. She grinned, arms crossed, basking in the wide-eyed awe of the younger campers. A scrappy kid piped up, Miss Korra, did you ever use Lord Zeus's power, your grandpa's? She nodded, leaning forward. Oh, yeah, plenty when I was little. Grew out of needing it, got strong enough solo. First time, though. I was 15, staring down Loden, the 100-headed dragon, guard of the Hesperides garden. Her smile turned proud, and the kids gasped, clueless about Loden or the garden but hooked on the 100-heads bit. Clarice trudged up, spear in hand, smirking. Same old yarn, Korra. Korra shrugged. It's fun and these newbies won't hear it again for months. Last summer, hurrah, before they bounce in 10 days. Lee Fletcher, golden hair catching the firelight, nodded. True. Surviving something Heracles couldn't? You and Luke dodging death, that's wild. Thought we'd find your bodies at the gate. Annabeth elbowed him, frowning. Idiot kids here. Lee rubbed his shoulder, sheepish. Sorry. Just saying, death's like wind, always whispering my name. Korra snorted. Yeah, your Instagram quote wins, stylish and dark, huh. Lee huffed, mock offended. Not Instagram cereal box. Way classier. Laughter rippled, but a shout cut through, quit flexing, hacker boy. 3 figures swaggered up, Angela, Tile, and a quiet third. Tile's braid swung, tipped with a red bow, her Hermes-tuned gear sleek and Japanese-inspired light fists practically glowing with agility. Angela's crimson robe edged in black framed her twin buns and cold yellow eyes, Hephaestus' prodigy radiating arrogance. She smirked at Korra. Not welcome, huh? What's this, beating up your cousin again? The newbies hushed, but the veterans tensed. Angela thrived on disdain, a trait forged by Ares' fiery blood, rumored to spar with him since she was 9, dumped here by a mother who couldn't handle her. Korra's jaw tightened. Leave Katara out of your crap, I don't know why she humors you. Angela's grin sharpened. Jealousy, maybe. Can't stand I'm better, stronger. Korra exhaled, letting it slide. Whatever, Angela. Fighting her was pointless. Her pride was Aries grade, just less loud. Clarice munched a marshmallow, muttering, "Least Suko's not like that." She eyed Annabeth, scribbling on a pad. "What's our fight look like?" Annabeth shrugged. "Naruto's level throws it off. Cabin teams won't balance easy." Angela's eyes lit up. "Perfect, I can finally join without holding back." "He's a real challenge." Annabeth nodded. "He's chill, takes orders fine, unlike some." She shot Cora a playful glare. Cora stuck out her tongue. Angela's curiosity piqued. "Where's he at, anyway?" Cora raised a brow, wary. "With Percy and Grover camps edgy about Poseidon's kid. Big three blood stirs monsters and bad vibes." Clarice scowled. "That seaweed punk, I'll smash his skull yet." Cora smirked, nibbling a marshmallow. "Still mad he flipped your toilet dunk back on you?" "Fair play." Clarice ignored her, gripping her spear. Crimson sparks danced along it. "Ares' gift." Angela's voice cut in. "I see. You're a mess." Clarice aggressive. "No control. Father keeps you on his best list, but losing to a newbie demigod who didn't know squat 12 hours ago. He won't like that." Clarice froze, the air thickening. Veterans shifted, shielding the kids who didn't clock the brewing storm. "What's that mean?" Clarice growled, spear crackling. Angela smirked. "You'll tag along with that fool to reclaim Dad's honor or watch me take it." Clarice lunged, but Tile darted in. Precise strikes to her limbs dropped her, dousing her power. "Sorry saving you," Tile chirped, smiling. Clarice snarled, "Rabid." Angela stood. "Fine, let's find this newbie. I need intel." She and Tile peeled off, leaving Clarice pinned by Cora's earth grip. She zapped free, fuming. Annabeth whispered, "Ares' kid's always a headache." Clarice's pride, Angela's taunts. Cora frowned. "Let Angela near Naruto? She'll twist him into her sparring pet." Annabeth stood. "He's on my flag team tomorrow. I'll warn him she's trouble." She headed to her cabin, book in mind. Elsewhere, Naruto, Percy, and Grover perched on a cliffside rock, stars sprawling above. Percy's isolation had tugged Naruto here. Poseidon's son was a loner by default, shunned for his lineage. Even Annabeth, his guide, kept it professional. Naruto got it here as champion tag already painted him sour, and beyond Moana and Nani, friendships felt thin. Talked to Cora and Katara earlier, nice, but rushed, he mused, recalling their post-fight chat. Grover nudged him. "Lord Naruto, what's it like two goddesses picking you?" Naruto shrugged off the title. Not much, just a fancier bed in Hira's cabin." He nodded at the glowing palace hut. Chiron flinched, turning Naruto's head. "Don't stare, Artemis's cabin. Men who peek turn bear or deer." Naruto's sweat dropped, brushing off the satyr's grip. "Overkill, dude, she's not that bad." Percy gulped. "She turned her pregnant friend into a bear, slept with Apollo in her temple." "Betrayal, sure, but," he trailed off. "She was raped, still got axed, kid and all. Bear for 29 years. Naruto blinked. "Harsh. Still wanna know why legends twist, get spun by haters?" "Been there." He grinned, stargazing. Percy nodded. "True, she hates men, though. Asking's a death wish or a deer hunt." Naruto laughed. "Dreaming's free, meeting a goddess, learning her deal? No crime." Grover fidgeted. "One night, huh?" Naruto squinted. "One night what?" His innocence shone. Percy's jaw dropped. "Wish I had that," he thought. Naruto's cheer, strength, and kindness untainted by the world. Grover stammered, "You know, the talk." Percy smirked. Naruto frowned. "Which talk?" "I've had tons." Percy waved it off. Never mind, let it lie. A voice cut through Angela's. There you are, been hunting you. She and Tile loomed, sans Tile's third wheel. Grover shrank behind Percy. What's up? Angela's yellow eyes glinted. Grover, got grass to chew. Percy bristled. Lay off, he's not some beast. Angela's blue flame flared in her palm. Stay out, C-spawn, your heat resistance won't dodge war flames. Tested it on your kind. Naruto stepped in, nervous. Whoa, chill, we can be pals. Just he froze, gaze snagging on the lagoon. Moonlight danced there, but a shadow swayed atop a rock, graceful, alive. Am I seeing this right? Chapter 10, Shadows on the Water and Games of War. Percy nudged Naruto, peering over the cliff. What are you staring at, man? His words faltered as his gaze hit the lagoon below. Whoa, that's gorgeous, he breathed. Moonlight shimmered on crystal water, weaving a dance of light and shadow. A figure moved there, slender, fluid, maybe a girl, though its size hinted at a teen, 15 or 16. She flowed through poses, rustic yet graceful, like stone bending as water. Angela arched a brow, smirking. So the nature spirit dancing rumors weren't just virgin camper fantasies? Thought it was bunk. Tile nodded, intrigued by the raw, earthy elegance. Percy gaped, caught off guard. Not everything's about sex or hot chicks, he scolded himself, then paused. Okay, she's kinda hot. A chill pricked his neck. Angela's blue flame hovered near his jugular, her smile sharp. Fantasize about me, do it where I can't see, seaweed brain. He gulped, nodding fast. Aphrodite's daughter's over her any day, she's terrifying. Naruto, oblivious, marveled. It's like stone moving like waves, wild. I wanna try that. He edged toward the cliff's lip, ready to leap, but as his foot shifted, the figure spun, locking eyes with them. Everyone froze. Angela's interest spiked. Did she just clock us? Percy stammered, nerves jangling. She's staring right at us. Grover fidgeted. Doubt it, only when Naruto hit that spot. Maybe a 2-kilometer range. Naruto tilted his head. Wind. Heat. Humidity vibes. The figure stood still, expectant, its gaze unwavering. Angela snorted, blue fire flaring in her palm. She's on land, easy pickings. Before she could strike, the earth quaked, a spike jutted up, halting inches from Naruto's chest. He blinked, startled. Whoa, close one. The silhouette shifted, searching. Tracks us by ground range caps here, Naruto mused. Why's she blind now? Angela doused her flame, smirking. Spirits aren't demigods, weak eyes, probably. Not worth the hassle, fate whine. She turned. Tile, we're out to know where she ditched to, but this is a bust. Naruto nodded absently, then grinned at her. Hey, Angela, chat tomorrow. You'd rock in a fight. She smirked, new camp leader, dad's pride, perfect pawn. Sure thing. Naruto, clueless, spun back to the lagoon. The figure was gone. Ah, she bailed. I wanted to say hi. He pouted, arms crossed like a kid. Percy shook him. She almost skewered you, dude. Naruto waved it off, sweating. No biggie, Moana tried the same when we met. Storm vibes. He squinted skyward. Hey, Percy, Grover moon look off to you. Percy frowned. Nah, just the moon. Grover shrugged. Artemis's chariot, she rides it, sees all angles. Normal for her to peek. His calm faltered, he felt it too, an odd weight in that lunar glow. Naruto nodded, intrigued. Limited cosmic sight, cool. Guess we head back. Percy stretched, trudging toward camp with Grover trailing. Later, Naruto, they called. He waved, grinning. Here is cabin or amphitrite. Fancy bed or sea vibes. He glanced at Artemis's glowing hut, shrugging off its stare. Sleep time, big day tomorrow. Morning broke, splitting campers into two teams by the river. Red Demeter, Aphrodite, Ares, Dionysus, Hephaestus clustered on one bank. Blue Athena, Poseidon, Apollo, Hermes huddled on the other. Naruto and Koro lounged in the center, unbound by cabin allegiance. Their solo huts Hera and Zeus didn't count pre-arrival, but now they were hot commodities. Annabeth and Angela, blue and red leaders, vied for them. Naruto squinted at the sky. Heard this happens every Friday. Fun, right? Korra, propped against a tree, shrugged. Last time I played, I was 13 stuck to one element. Now, two refined unbalances teams. Even benched me from Artemis's hunters. I smoked M with earth, my weakest. Naruto grinned. Why so glum, then? She grumbled, everyone's drooling over you, kinda stings. Before, they'd begged for her, sneaking her in with armor or no powers. She still dominated. Let's spice it up, he said. We nab each other's flags, duke it out at the lake. Loser's flag seals it. As they schemed, Annabeth strode up, smiling. Settled Naruto, you're blue, Korra, red with Angela. She yanked Naruto's hand, hustling him off. Catch you in the fray, Korra, he called. She snorted, trudging to Angela's crew, muttering, I've got more chops. Useless hype. Naruto hit blue turf, spotting Percy, Katara, Lee Fletcher, and Tile by the fluttering flag. Annabeth, what's the plan? He asked, eyes bright. She nodded at the river. Skirmish with red, no killing. Snag their flag, haul it here. He bounced. I'll take Korra around too. Annabeth shut it down. We strategize. Brute force is Ares' game. They've stomped us 15 times straight that way. Lee smirked. 7. Technically broke it once. Tile chimed in, yeah, 'cause we snuck Korra in, reset the streak. Naruto laughed. They trashed you that bad? Annabeth huffed. Old news, focus. He sidled up to Tile. You're the fighter, Lee hyped up. She nodded, grinning. One is spar, handsome. Skip the date. She patted his ABS, he blinked, confused. Annabeth bristled. Cut it, battle prep, now. Naruto with Angela? Camp's doomed. Tile pouted, then vaulted into the woods with a flip, vanishing toward Red's base. Naruto scratched his head. Annabeth, what's a date? Her jaw dropped. You don't know. He shook his head. How's a guy your age clueless? Like, no girlfriends. He frowned. What's a girlfriend edible? The team stared, dumbfounded. Lee gaped. Where'd you grow up, man? Naruto shrugged. First 3 years with Nanny in a Hawaiian graveyard, then a century with my brothers on Hawaii's 4th island, pre-theft. Rest of my millions. Solo on my snatched isles. Mouths hung open. Katara blinked. Millions of years. He nodded. Yeah, didn't you know? Mom says I'm built immortal special. Annabeth's mind spun. Older than Olympus's gods. Why's he here? Who's his mom? His innocence clashed with his age, a puzzle begging answers.